In a quiet African village filled with whispers, colors, and ancient traditions, beauty was power and pride ruled the hearts of the many. But when a maiden named Omalicha crossed paths with a mysterious hunter no one understood, destiny began to shift. What looked ordinary was not ordinary. What looked weak was not weak. And the day the prince would choose a bride would change everything. This is the untold story of pride, humiliation, love, and a shocking revelation that shook an entire kingdom. In a peaceful village of Ana-Udo lived a maiden named Omalicha. She came from a wealthy family, and her beauty was the talk of the entire land. Her long black hair shimmered in the sunlight. Her skin glowed like morning dew, and men from near and far admired her. But over time, Omalicha's beauty entered her head. She became proud, vain, and arrogant. She wanted to be heard by all. She wanted to be worshipped. Any man who approached her for marriage, she milked him of his wealth, then discarded him without mercy. In her own word, I am made for a king and no one else. Instead of correcting her, her mother supported every bad behavior, and as the days passed, Omalicha's character grew worse. People began to whisper, "Who does she think she is?" One morning, the king of Ana-Udo summoned everyone to the palace. "My people," he announced, "today I shall declare the choosing of my son's bride." The villagers were filled with joy. The maidens giggled excitedly, imagining themselves as the future queens. Omalicha smiled confidently. In her heart, she said, "The prince must choose me. Once he set his eyes on my beauty, he will be charmed." Prince Udemba, however, was a wise young man. He did not want to choose a wife based on beauty alone. He wanted a woman with good heart, so he made a plan. He disguised himself as a poor hunter, changed his name to Obiora, wore torn clothes and bags. The king approved. Therefore, the prince set out into the village to discover the true characters of the maidens. The first people he met were Omalicha and her friends, Ugochi and Adako. "Good afternoon, young ladies," Obiora greeted politely. They turned and frowned deeply. Omalicha snapped, "Who are you, you wretched man? Do I look poor like you? How dare you talk to me?" Her friends snickered and whispered insults. Obiora stood speechless. How could someone so beautiful be so heartless? He slowly walked away, disappointed. When he asked the villagers about her, they narrated everything: her greed, her pride, and cruelty. One morning, on his way to check his hunting traps, Obiora met another maiden named Uloma. She was beautiful, but in a gentle, natural way. She came from a poor family. Her father was a humble farmer. Obiora greeted her and she responded with warmth and respect. They exchanged words and parted ways, but the kindness in her eyes remained in his heart. He began to watch her secretly to understand her more. Obiora asked people about Uloma. Every report was good. Humble, respectful, hardworking, caring. He began to smile to himself. I have found her. He waited for her one morning on her way to the stream. Uloma recognized him. You are the hunter I met some days ago, she said cheerfully. They walked to the stream together, talked about life, hopes, and dreams. The prince felt peace around her, a feeling he never experienced before. Obiora followed Uloma to her home. Her parents welcomed him warmly. Her mother served him food and water. Her father spoke to him with kindness and respect. There was no pride, no judgment, just love and humility. Days passed, and Obiora and Uloma became more than friends. She liked him genuinely, not for wealth or status, but for his heart. Meanwhile, Omalicha continued chasing away men from the village. She would shout at them, mock them, and boast. I am meant for the prince alone. I was not born to suffer. Her friends echoed her arrogance loudly. When they saw Uloma and Obiora together, they mocked them. How can you fall in love with a wretched hunter like this? But Uloma ignored her. Deep in her heart, she knows what she wanted. One afternoon, under a shady tree near the stream, Obiora asked Uloma, "Why do you choose me, knowing I am poor?" Uloma smiled gently. "I want a passionate, humble, and honest man, someone I can call not only my husband, but my true friend." Those words pierced Udemba's heart. He knew then and there Uloma was the one. The king summoned everyone to the palace. Today, he declared, Prince Udemba will choose his bride. Maidens gathered in beauty and colorful attire. Omalicha stood proudly at the front, waiting for her crown. Uloma did not join them. She stayed in the crowd. She never believed she had a chance. She was from a poor family, after all. The atmosphere was tense. Prince Udemba walked into the palace hall. He was still dressed as a poor hunter. Shock ran across every face. Is this the prince? Omalicha froze. Her legs trembled. Her opportunity was gone. Prince Udemba addressed the crowd. I came into the village in disguise, so I would not be deceived by beauty alone. I wanted to know hearts. He stepped down and walked towards Uloma. My soulmate is this maiden, the one who loved me even when she thought I was poor. Uloma's eyes widened in disbelief as the prince took her hand. The villagers cheered joyfully. The king nodded approval. Omalicha could not lift her head. She ran out of the palace in shame and humiliation. The wedding of Prince Udemba and Queen Uloma was glorious. There was music, dancing, food, and endless celebration. Uloma became queen not because of beauty, but because of her heart. Years later, Omalicha's beauty faded. Her youthful glow disappeared. No man wanted to marry her anymore. She lived with her aging parents, filled with regrets. If only I had known, she whispered, that beauty without kindness leads to destruction. Her fellow maidens were now in their husband's home, raising families, while she remained alone. The villagers never forgot the lesson. True beauty is in the heart. Pride destroys, but humility uplifts.